then you do this for yourself and other people. And it looks like right now, do you have like a sister or someone that you want to do their house? Is there a family member?
In my house?
No, a family member's
A
house.
family member. You want to cleanse their house. They're telling me like sister or cousin, something like this, or it could be a close friend. They're saying there's someone that you're like, oh, by the way, you like they're not really in the biz like you are with the cleansing. They don't really know, but you're thinking, I need to cleanse their house. Do you know what I'm speaking of?
Yes.
Okay. Is it a friend?
No, family member.
Pardon?
Family member?
It's your daughter. Oh, okay, good.
No.
I'm thinking female.
No,
okay.
she said family member.
Family member. Okay, good. Okay, family member. Okay, got it. We don't have to say it on the air. Okay, got it, because I'm getting it's a family member. You need to cleanse their house. I'm also getting there's activity in the house that they don't know what to do with it. I'm sensing, antiques and so forth, but I'm sensing it seems like a personal nature. It feels like there's some, how do I say this, some negative, nothing horrible, but there's some negative energy that's been in the house. Almost like there's been arguments or some negative, like a negative man or person without, whatever, not be personal. But you're saying you need to cleanse it. I think that, I feel like you're like, kind of like stressing out over this, about cleansing a family member's home. I feel like it's your sister. I feel like it's your sister and she's divorced or something. That's what I'm getting. Look, don't worry about it. She's actually very receptive, and you're probably afraid of being a weirdo. Try to do what I do. Look, you're not. You're not.
No.
She's very receptive. And if you do it in a loving manner, like, hey, so-and-so, I want to do this thing. I do it for me. It's just like house cleaning. Just say, I just make you feel better, and if you think this is silly, appease me, make me happy and do this. And her house is a little heavy. So, it's not going to be, I think you need to approach this with a light touch. But getting back to the feathers, they're telling me that your past life, I think what you're wanting to know is this. You got Indian going on. Okay, again, we're like a treadmill. When this one ends, boom, we're right back because we get bored easily. I mean, there's only so many times you can, like, zoom around the earth or whatever. It's like, time to pick another body, another model. But you have been, I'm getting, they're telling me, like, a powerful, I guess it would be like a shaman. And they're telling me something about like concocting, working with like an herbalist. I guess would be closest to it. But the feathers and so forth, I'm getting the feathers. They're showing me as a sign of what I'm getting. The headdress, like the peacock, is that's you. You're powerful, and they're telling me you're not really owning your power, and that you're kind of, I don't, maybe you shouldn't use this word, but dabbling sort of. Even though you've been doing it, but you're still, when it comes to you dabbling. You still kind of lean on other people. They're telling me that you're very powerful and that you kind of need to own that. And actually, I'm actually getting to the point that I'm kind of sensing that, like, unclean spirits, whatever you want to call them, ones that we don't like too much, not the good ones, that you can actually run them off. That, like, you could kick ass if you wanted to. And it's like you're not fully owning that. And you have some, like, American Indian shaman capabilities. So I'm seeing that happen, and I'm also saying there's a strong female that keeps wanting to kind of come in. And I'm getting her hands. She's showing me her hands. Her hands looks like that she has arthritis. She's showing me like they're all crippled up, like her hands don't work right. And she
now, is she passed or not passed?
Yes, she is passed.
Okay.
And I'm getting like it's a grandmother type. It could be an aunt, but like this, like a grandmother aunt. And I'm sensing, let me see, before I go further, maybe she'll tell me her name, but I'm sensing it. She's focusing on her hands, and I'm getting she wears this cute, like, little house coat. But she's really focusing on her hands, like they shake, like almost like they're knotted up, but they shake almost like, Katharine Hepburn did at the end.
Yes.
Like she's got some kind of shaking issue. And okay, let's see what else she tells me. Okay, she's showing me, okay, I'm just going to tell you what she's showing me. She's showing me she's holding a basket, She's got her arms through it, and it's a basket, and it's got apples in it. And I don't know if she's saying that where she lived had an apple tree, something about apples, something about giving you apples, but she's thrown apples many times when they show something as a gift to you, like she's giving you a gift of like a basket of apples. That's her way of showing she loves you, but she seems very kind of quiet, but really sweet and strong. I'm really sensing this is your grandmother, and I'm sensing it's maybe on your mother's side, and she seems to be very gentle. I'm getting a very gentle person, a very kind, loving, gentle. She's kind of quiet. Do you know who this might be, who I'm speaking of?
Yes.
Okay. I'm kind of getting like I don't know if you called her like, I don't feel like it was grandmother. It was like, I don't know if it's Nana, but it wasn't a traditional grandmother. It was like a Mama, Nana, or something. Anyway, she's saying, it didn't seem traditional, whatever you call it. It's like a cute little name that'll get stuck with you. But I'm feeling like it's a grandmother, and she's also saying, she's not saying grandpa, she's saying papa. Papa or something is with her. So are both your grandparents passed on your mom's side?
Yes.
Okay. They're together. Now let's see if she tells me how she passed. Okay, she's saying, she's showing in life the hands give her the most problems. She loved cooking. She's showing me she loved cooking. I mean, she was kind of like a housewife, but she loved cooking. I'm also seeing she was an educator. Oh, and she's showing me a piano. Like, I'm not saying she was a pianist, but she did, like, enjoy, you know, I don't know her level of proficiency, but she did enjoy that. But it really, she was very, very, very upset about, in life, her hands didn't work properly toward the end. She is showing me, okay, I don't know why she's showing me a radio, like an old-timey radio. I don't know who inherited this radio, but she's really showing me this radio. I don't know if your mom got this radio that used to be your grandfather's, and it's an older radio. It's a box. She keeps showing me this radio. Anyway, let's see if she tells me how she passed. Okay, I'm looking like it's a stroke, like she can't talk, like she had it has to do with her heart, but she couldn't talk, and I don't know what happened there. I think she's saying something like her heart was weak. Now, as far as your grandfather, it almost looks like a cancer of the prostate or something like that. They really taking ownership for you, like your second parents. They're really showing. They're showing me something right now. They're showing me something. Did you spend a lot of time with these set of grandparents?
The grandmother, yes.
Pardon me? I can't hear you.
The grandmother, yes.
Okay. Because they're both taking ownership. Okay, but your grandmother, I'm seeing this. Like, she was gentle, I know this seems like this is with everybody, but it's not. She's showing me she taught you to read, or not. I know that sounds like all grandmothers do that, but they necessarily don't. She's showing ownership, sitting down, showing you how to read. She's showing me fundamental things like reading, putting on shoes, tying shoes, you know, the things you learn when you're a child. She's showing like she's taking ownership for those things. She's also, toward the end, it looks like there was kindness, like you took her own errands, like you took her to the mart or run her little errands and so forth. She's showing me like that you went with her. And I don't know if your mom went too, but she's showing me you did some things for her, and it's almost I'm getting the sense that someone, I think it feels like it's you, like you helped clean out her house or helped clean her house. I don't know if that's after she passed and you helped your mother clean her house up, but she's saying that she's very grateful for what you did. What is she talking about here?
We actually would go over and help her clean up a little bit, and me and my mom and the rest of my aunts and uncles, cousins went up and cleaned up her house when we were done.
Is that when she passed?
Yeah, after she passed.
Okay, because she's saying she saw all of that, and she said she's such a good girl. She said, she's doting over you. What's she doing? She said that was so sweet. oh, my girl. I mean, she's just doting over you. So she noticed when you were doing that, and I kind of got your mom with along, and she appreciates you putting order in her house and doing that because she didn't like burdening anyone. She was kind of, like I said, she didn't like causing a fuss. So anyway, she's with you all the time, and she sends her love. The grandfather's along. He seems to me like he doesn't say much, and when he was in this world, he did not know how to say "I love you" and so forth. And I'm also seeing he kind of had an all-drinking problem, and he kind of just tuned out life. He's telling me that please, not to remember him kind of being kind of a grump, actually. He says, that he just didn't know better. I mean, he just didn't know how to be any other way. So sometimes they kind of make good when they're not do so great when they're here. On the other side, they kind of look out for us. So when you go on these investigations, they're with you. So they're like your little guardian angels on the other side. So no, they come through strong, and they're with you. I'm also getting an aunt, and I'm getting this one has a totally different feel. This aunt, I'm getting like she's fashion conscious.
She's what?
Totally
Fashion
conscious.
conscious.
And I'm getting it's the other side of the family, and I'm getting that she's like she's I don't know in the shopping. Like she's in the shopping. She's kind of lively, and I'm getting it feels as though it's your father's sister, somewhere along that line. Now it could be like an older. And I feel like she's passed, and I'm kind of getting like she's kind of spicy. I'm not, like she's almost feeling like Italian or Greek or something like this, but she's kind of, I don't know, maybe she's from up north. She's just kind of sassy. Do you know who I'm speaking of?
No, I don't actually know my father's side.
Okay, is your father, let me ask you this, is he, I say spicy, is he like, is he Italian or Cuban or something like this? Is there something in him, a little bit, a family? I'm getting this spicy. I'm getting some kind of like, what is his heritage?
Actually, I don't know anything about him. I don't even know what he looks like.
Okay,
So
well, I'm getting upstate New York, and I'm getting like there's some kind of I'm kind of getting like there's like a little Italian or Sicily or a little something like this, and it's on the outside, and she's passed. Now remember, sometimes we don't know our family, but they know us. Okay, it would be the same comparison if you had someone born in the family and you were 80. They don't really know you, but you know them, right? And then when you pass, you would follow them. She's watching over you, and she's with you as well. Again, you also have a lot of energy, and I think this is more of your guys, but you've got Indian, and you've got a hawk. I keep seeing the sign of a hawk, and I think that has to do with you as the sign of a leader and power, but more in the spiritual realm. And I think that you need to probably look into more what shamanism is and what that means. And if you look at it, you'll probably find out that seems kind of innate to you, some of the stuff, or maybe you're doing it now. But I think you have a lot of powerful abilities you're not really using, especially in dangerous places. That's not everyone's calling. You could probably go in there and just get rid of whatever's there. If it needed to be, if that always needs to be.
No, you pretty much hit on pretty much everything I already know, and so you're extremely good. You are really, really good. I appreciate it.
Okay, Stardust, I want to ask you, let's just do validating Tamara time here. So what about that reading did you connect with and was accurate?
Pretty much everything. My grandmother did pass away. She did always rub her hands because of fibromyalgia, arthritis. She did die of a heart condition. I've already had other psychics tell me that my grandmother's around me at all times and that she has an important message for me, which now I know what it is. I've always known that I've had gifts, and I just don't want to dwell into them. And the shamanism, I was actually just recently told that I'm a direct descendant of a shaman
That's this one.
by another psychic, and I was constantly watching him to learn all of his traits, even though he tried to hide it from me all the time. And this was just 2 weeks ago that another psychic had told me this. And it's something I already knew.
So you're
Cleaning up my grandmother's house with my mom and other family members. Doing the smudging in my cousin's house, but she's also my sister. I feel like she's my sister, too. She's that close to me. So that's probably where she got confused, where sister, cousin, not sure. There is an entity in her house, and no, she does not want it there. Absolutely does not want it there. And yes, she's right that I do tend to attack negative energy. Unfortunately, yes, I can earn the right to, I guess, delve into my abilities that I have, because I tend to just focus on the negativity to try and get rid of it instead of staying protected at the same time. Let's see, gosh, what else? The dad stuff I couldn't tell her a whole much about, so I don't know anything about that.
About what part?
About her dad.
The dad.
Oh, your dad. Yeah, you might just find that out.
And the feathers. When I do smudging, I don't like to buy feathers because I think those should be gifts from nature, since it's something from nature that I'm doing when I do smudging. And so I've always constantly been looking for feathers to do it with.
All right.
And there just happens to be a small hole in my roof that some birds just recently laid their eggs in, so I'll be getting baby birds soon.
All right.
Where's the drum roll? Okay, there you go. Well, experiment.
Yeah, for real.
Awesome. Well, that was a baby feather. Thank y'all for describing what I'm looking at. Well, that's cool. Well, I think the main thing with the feather is that is showing that in the spirit world, they're trying to say, hello, Starda, hello, wake up, hello, we're here, wake up, own your power, own your power, own your power.
Yeah, spread your
Hello.
wings, learn to fly. The owl has feathers, wisdom. And that was another thing another psychic told me just a couple of weeks ago, that my totem is an owl, because I need to learn to spread my wings and my knowledge.
All right, well,
look, there's no race here. There's no race here, Stardy. You can, and that's with all of us. We're on a different path. That's why I don't judge people. They do what they do. But you just happen to have innate abilities. But, it's not your normal thing to be like a shaman or what. It's not your normal every day. But you know what? You're not going to go around telling normal everyday people that anyway. You're going to tell people like us. I mean, it's not normal to be a ghost hunter. I mean,
what? Bite your tongue, lady.
And who wants normal? Normal's boring, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, do you want to be normal? Normal means boring.
Right.
Yep.
I'm in complete agreement with you.
All right, we're going to say...
Thank you so much, Stardust, for calling in. We are going to move on to a next caller.
Okay, Stardust, thanks so much and good luck.
Thanks, Tammy. You too. Thank you.
Okay, hon. Bye.
Okay, so the next caller, we've had a couple calls coming in. So the next one that gives us a call back, that's the one we're going to take. So
yeah, and we have 10 minutes until break, or are we going to?
Oh, I don't know. What time is it?
Oh, it's 8:30.
It's 8:30. So
let's do one more.
Okay, so the next caller calls in.
If you call in within 2 minutes,
435-840-3709. Call us up. I'm at the phone now. We're going to take your phone call. So do it now.
Hustle.
Do.
So Tamara, as we go on, so when you connect to these kind of people, to the spirits that are around you, do you see them around you or are they around the person?
Well, that's a good question. They're both. I mean, that's why, like, for example, when I read Kathy and Cammie, I mean, you're in Utah. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. I mean, they can be everywhere at once. I mean, they're omnipresent. And it's kind of it's like when you go to a cemetery and you're doing a ghost hunt, you're like, God, are they hanging out at the tombstone? No, I mean, they're there and they're probably other places. And, they can multitask way better than we can. So so they're kind of everywhere. You know, that whole thing you hear when you're a kid, like, you know, Jesus can be everywhere. And you're like, yeah, sure he can.
Him and Santa.
You know, you're like, what does that mean? But, you know, when you're a spirit, you can kind of be so they're kind of like they're in both places, and they are aware. As a matter of fact, when I do readings, they're like goody because they get a chance to come through. Some people come through really strong, and other people come through lightly, and I don't know why that is. And it's not always the loud ones that are around when they're alive.
All right, Tamara, we've got somebody calling in now, so give us 1 second. We'll get them all hooked up and ready to talk.
Hello,
okay?
this is Kim. WWPN.
All right.
Hello. I'm going to put you on speaker. Hang in there 1 second.
Okay, Tamara, can you hear her?
Say hello to each other.
All right, tell us your name.
Crystal.
All right, we got Crystal on the line. Crystal, that's Tamara. Tamara, that's Crystal.
Me.
Hey, Crystal. It's Tamara here.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. I can hear you pretty good now. Well, look, before we move forward, is there anything in particular that you would like to know?
You know, this is my first time of ever talking to a psychic, so I am open to almost anything.
Oh, that's great. Well, look, I'm glad you picked me. You're going to have a great experience. Okay, good. Well, the main thing I'll just say as we move forward is just keep an open mind. Again, everything that comes through is very positive, and just enjoy it. So tell me, Crystal, where are you from?
From Salt Lake City, Utah.
Say it again now. I couldn't hear you.
From Salt Lake City, Utah.
Okay, got it. Salt Lake. Okay, cool. All right. Well, Crystal, let me do my little thing over you. I'm gonna ask an invitation for them to come on board. We're gonna focus on you. We just ask right now, Father, that you bring Crystal into light, and you bless this reading. You bring forward right now any deceased loved ones that would like to give her any messages of love, any holy guides, and we ask that your divine will be done for Crystal, and we thank you. Amen. Okay, let's see what we've got for you. So, and this is a little thing. It's my trigger I do, you know. This is my trigger, and it turns it on because I turn it on and off. Otherwise, I want to walk around, you know, doing this all the time. So let me give me a second, and let me see what pictures they have for you. Okay, I'm getting a picture of a clown and a smiley face, so this is interesting. So, Crystal, do you have children?
Yes.
Okay. I'm getting like a clown, like a Chuck E. Cheese or something like this. Are these small children? Who are the small children?
It's a teenager.
Pardon me?
My son's a teenager.
How old are the children?
Just one 14-year-old.
Okay, I'm getting like a young child, so I'm getting. Well, let me keep moving forward with this because I'm kind of getting the sense they're young. At 14 years old, they're not interested in Chuck E. Cheese.
No.
So, go ahead. Okay, let me keep moving with this. Let me see what else I see. Oh, they're really in the circus thing. Okay, let's go down this road. For some reason, they keep showing me this circus type of thing, this circus type thing. Did you? Let's go. Let me get where they're going, and then we'll move forward. Okay. But they're really moving forward with the circus. So let me just do this. Let's see where this takes us, and then we'll move on. Circus. Did you take your son, or have you guys been to the circus lately, like the fall or any time? Just like the state fair.
Not for a couple years.
Okay, they're showing me. Okay, all right, let's go here. What about like a rodeo clown that has a fair-like appearance?
No.
Okay, I am getting, okay, let me keep going. They're going yes. Okay, so I'm getting something with rodeo, I'm getting something with horses, I'm getting something, and I'm also, okay, I think I know where this is going now. Okay, again, this is what I mean by interpreting. I get these pictures like, okay, what does a clown mean to me? Okay, I got it. They're very literal about this. They're saying your son, 14, is he a clown?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay, they're telling me he's a clown. Okay. Is he like a goofball? and funny?
Yeah, sometimes he is, yeah.
Is he? I mean, but they're getting me. He's the clown. Okay, does he have like a dry, extremely clever wit? Is this what's going? Can you hear me, Crystal?
Yeah.
Okay, does your son have a dry wit, a dry, funny wit?
Like a dry humor.
A dry humor?
Yeah, a dry sense of humor.
Like really
Yeah.
funny, but you got to think about it for a minute. Okay, they're telling me, this is what I'm getting. I'm going with it, okay? They're really pushing this thing. They're actually telling me that I don't know why, but they're telling me that he's actually very special, your son, and like he's going to write for like a comedy sitcom, or he has writing abilities and he's very funny. He's actually going to be a writer, I'm thinking, for something in entertainment. They're already telling me that he's very special. Is he creative? Not necessarily a painter, but is he creative and thought process and kind of good with his concepts?
He does have an imagination.
Okay, because they're telling me he's actually, you need to cultivate that. They're telling me he's very special. And they're like nodding their head like, she's got someone special. They're saying he's very creative and how you kind of pass off his dry wit, because he's doing this all the time, this thing. He's funny, like a slapstick. He's doing this. They're saying he's actually going to use that as a career. And I'm saying he's going to try stand-up at some point, like in college, around that. But it's not going to work out so good, but what he's going to do is write for people. And he's going to write material, and I'm seeing even like entertainment, like the Comedy Channel. They're showing this very strongly. And what that means to you as a mother is just support him. You know what I mean?
Right.
And don't think it's so weird when he does, the stupid thing like, oh, he's acting, silly again. It's who's Adam? Who's Adam?
Not sure who
They
Adam is.
They shouted out the word Adam.
I don't know what
Again, they could switch subjects. It could be living or dead. Okay, they're saying Adam. Okay, does he have a friend named Adam?
Not Adam. Andrew.
Okay, they keep saying Adam. So keep that. Let's not to keep. We'll keep moving forward with this. Keep that in mind, because they shouted that out to me. So I don't know what that meant. It's a positive thing. They're saying that's a good thing. Adam. Okay, that's good. I'm sensing it's his friend. They're saying good influence. So I don't know. So maybe check that out. So let's keep moving forward, see if they can give you anything else. But they're just telling you this to support your son. He seems silly, but actually he's going to do something with this. So, and also his creative writing and writing class really help him out with his homework and support him in that area. Okay, let's see. They're showing me green tarp. Are you doing something to your grass?
No.
Are you doing like a grass treatment or something going on there? What's going on in your yard?
Nothing's going on with the yard.
Are you doing something in your yard like
we're actually surprised we have green grass in the backyard because it's been dirt for a few years. We've actually had grass growing, so we were kind of shocked about that.
Okay, so you've got like dirt right now, and you're going to do something with it? Is that what's going on?
No, it's Tamara. She said it's actually growing green, which is surprised. They've had dirt forever.
Okay, because they're showing me green turf. They're showing like, when you buy the little patches and you put it down, they're showing me like green grass, like your grass is growing. Like that's a big deal or something, okay? Not that I tell people, oh, your grass is growing, but they're saying that it's like, I don't know if you put a treatment on your yard and now it's finally coming in, like last year, a year ago, you're putting in a treatment that's coming in, or something like this. They're saying your grass is growing. Is that true?
I don't think the treatment was put on it last year, maybe a previous year to that, but not last year.
Hey, Tamara, she said this is the first year they've had green grass back there, ever. It's usually dirt. So green grass is coming in, and they were surprised.
Okay, so someone's pointing out the grass. I'm like, okay, well, who cares about the grass? There must be a reason for this, so hold on. Okay, let's see what this means for the grass. Okay. Are you new construction, fairly new construction? Is that what's going on?
No.
Yes, no, it is not new construction.
No.
They're showing me there's some things being done around your house. Like I don't know if you've added on a room, but there's been some construction. I don't know why they're so concerned in your yard. They're telling me that you should plant more trees. I don't know. This usually when this comes through, it's a relative. Like they're very concerned. It's kind of like your mother still being there, and then you know how they tell you got to dust your house, or like, oh gosh, I'm still getting it. You passed on. I'm getting that. I'm kind of getting like it's a grandfather figure, and he's focused on your yard. He's like when he was. Let me see who this is. I'm getting this. I want to get. I don't know. Does the word Bob mean anything with a B or a B word, a B name?
No.
Crystal?
She said no.
It is?
No.
Okay, who is this person?
No.
Grandfather? No. What about Robert? Bob Robert?
Yes.
Robert, yes? Okay, is this a grandfather?
Not that I know of Robert, but it's not,
Okay,
he's not deceased.
He's not deceased.
Okay, what did she just say? I couldn't hear it.
That he's not deceased. She knows a Robert, but he's not deceased.
Okay, there is a Robert, but he's not dead.
Right.
Is that what I heard? Yes?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay, that's okay. Living names will come through sometimes. Okay, so Robert, with that, okay, so just go ahead and tell me, who is Robert?
An uncle.
Oh, got it. Okay, so Robert is living.
Yes.
Okay, let me say this. Your grandfather, I'm getting it's your grandfather. Now, would this be on your father's side? This uncle the uncle that's living, but then is there a grandfather that's passed on your father's side?
Yes.
Okay, good. Let's keep going with this. I'm getting a name. It sounds like this. You got to help me out. Okay, I'm getting it fast, so it sounds like, to me like Jameson, James. Could be a J thing. It could be a last name. It could be a middle name. But I'm getting like Jamie, Jameson, James, J. Does this ring any bells?
No.
Okay. So they said it pretty loud. It's like a J. It's a J connection. Jim, J. I'm getting this pretty strong J connection. So I'm getting that with like a grandfather, and I'm getting that. Did your father? It looks like he's got. Did he have two? Did he have? How many brothers are there? 3 total.
Between my mom's kids and my dad's kids, yes, 3 brothers.
Okay. No. Okay. Let's back up. So 3 brothers on your daddy's side, or with your mom. Let's clarify that. I'm seeing your dad's side. I'm thinking, I see 2 brothers, but they're telling me 3. I see 2, like your dad, another uncle, but they're saying there's 3.
Oh.
I don't know what that means. They're saying, I'm seeing 2, and there's your dad and someone else, they're saying 3. So apparently maybe one died early. I don't know. Meaning there was 3. And so...
He has 3 sisters and 1 brother.
Okay, Tamara and Crystal?
Yeah.
Hold on for 1 second. We're going to go ahead and take a break. We're going to continue with this reading, but we're going to take a break. And then we'll come back and we'll talk with Larry from Big Time Paranormal. And then we'll continue on, okay?
Yeah. Do you want
All
to
right.
finish?
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Well, let's go ahead and finish this reading up because I want to be able to get some good information.
Go ahead, Tamara.
Okay. Let's see. Let me look through.
All right, guys, welcome back. We are going to head straight to Larry from Big Time Paranormal. Love Larry. Woohoo, Larry. And again, congratulations on the Blog Talk interviews. We are going to probably end up going over a little bit tonight so that you know.
We have a lot of callers.
Yeah, we have some callers. We're going to take one more after the break, after Larry, and then we'll just get his reading right out. So we
Stay
don't
tuned.
know. Yeah, we don't know how long it's going to take.
Hang in there and watch Larry for sure.
All right.
Gotta love Larry.
Hey, welcome everybody to Big Time Paranormal. Thank you, Kim and Cami. My name is Larry Gonzalez, and I am on location. My family is visiting my mother-in-law in the San Francisco Bay Area. It's too noisy inside the house because, well, I'm upstairs and the noise just travels upstairs. And I can't do it outside in the backyard. Too bright. I can't see the screen. So I'm in the car recording this for you guys. So before I get interrupted by the family, let's get the news out of the way. Okay, some really good stuff has been going on lately with space and so on. So we're going to cover some of the space stuff first. So, if you hear cars going by, you know why. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is scientists have discovered about dark matter. They have recently discovered that, well, the theory is that dark matter can also be an alternative to our universe. It could be basically a copy of our universe, a dark universe. It sounds very dramatic, but they believe that there's an alternative world, alternative Milky Way, and so on like that. I know the scientists have been debating what is dark matter, and they don't even know what it is. They believe it's kind of the glue that holds everything together, but they also think that it's something that is also helping to spread the universe apart. So they're still under a lot of theories about what it is. One of the things that I found to describe it, and I'm going to try to read it. These are actually prescription, believe it or not. So that's why I can't take them off and read it. Dark matter. Dark matter accounts for most of the mass in the universe. It surrounds galaxies across the universe and is invisible because it does not reflect light. It cannot be seen directly with telescopes, but astronomers know that it to be out there because of the gravitational effects it has on the matter we can see. Galaxies, for example, could not rotate the way they do and hold their shape without the presence of dark matter, researchers say. So, that's basics, what they believe. So, again, they have a lot of theories going on about the universe, and it's interesting, this new theory about it's basically a copy of what we see all around us. Sounds like something out of Star Trek, the mirror universe. The other news is that a Soviet balloon that was launched, I think it was back in the 80s, I believe it was, to go to Venus. Well, Venus, they detected actually that there's rain. The only thing is that Venus, as you know, it rotates differently. There's a lot of odd things about it. They said if it wasn't for the sulfuric atmosphere, that we could probably exist on there. It's just, I don't want to be a French fry. So then we have the idea that the rain is actually sulfuric acid coming down. The other thing that is going on as far as the planets is Saturn is showing Saturn is showing some rain as well. And the rain, they believe, is actually coming from the rings of the planet. They believe as time goes by, the rings are breaking up, creating moisture coming down. They also believe that in millions of years, Saturn will not look the way it does now. So there's two planets right there that they're detecting water. Of course, one is, like I said, sulfuric acid. If you want to open up the car battery and take a good whiff, I know I don't. We also have some UFO news. Arizona desert UFO spotted lifting off the ground, level near Kingman, Arizona. Witness report watching an object on the ground at a distance that glowed just before lifting off from the desert floor at 3:33 a.m. This was April 10th. So this was also recorded through MUFON. They also had a report. Arizona is not the only place. Let's see. Coatesville, Indiana, reported a 4 dark-colored triangle-shaped objects flying at 12:30 a.m. April 11th, and then Baltimore County, Minnesota. They also reported some strange lights. It was a light that went a 90-degree angle. That was reported at 10:45 p.m. April 10th. So MUFON has all these places that are getting the reports. Again, is it ours? Is it theirs? Who knows? But it seems like there are always reports coming in. So the report also says that Arizona is currently under a Alert 4 rating, which is a higher than average number for UFO sightings nationally. Arizona had 20 reports March 2012, last year. The sixth highest reported state, while California recorded 59 highest reports state in the union. So, is it something in the air? I don't know. Anyway, next story is afterlife feels even more real than real, researchers say. Now this is interesting because scientists are now starting to take the study of near-death experience more serious. There is a Dr. Stephen Laurey, Laureys. Sorry if I mispronounced that. But he's been studying about near-death experiences, and he believes it's a serious subject to be studying. His specialty is more in those that are comatose, because those that are coming out of comas, they're coming out with the story that they're having the near-death experiences and how they're crossing over to wherever they're, whatever there is. But it's the very same kind of stories you hear. Now, I happen to know two people that had near-death experiences. Their stories are very similar on their experience. So I do know that I myself do believe that they experience it. Now, why is it that there's a small percentage of people that's having it? I don't know. I think this world would be a whole lot different if everyone that's had, that's come close to death, had a near-death experience where they actually saw their life and they crossed over, saw their family, come back here, because they always come back with the same thought. All this doesn't matter. None of it does. And they're not afraid of death. They're not. And they're actually looking forward to crossing over one day. They're just not in a hurry to get there because they know that they were sent back because they still have things to do. The next story is ancient creature mixed human ape-like traits. This came out of New York. Now, what's interesting about this is that they found the skeleton of its. I'm going to so butcher this. It's called a Australopithecus cediba. I know I butchered the heck out of it, which means southern ape. Boy, I know I butchered that, and I'm probably going to hear about it. Anyway, what's interesting about this is it apparently when they did a carbon dating on it, it appears to have been alive about 2 million years ago. Again, what's interesting is it has bones, teeth, so on, that is a mixture of Homo sapiens and ape. So those of you that believe in Darwinism, you have one more piece in your puzzle. The other story I have here is a little bit more entertaining. Or at least I think so. Iranian scientist claims to have built time machine. Ali Zighi, he created a machine that used complex algorithms to see the future. So you're not actually physically traveling into the future. You are actually using certain algorithms to program into the computer to kind of give you an idea of what your life is going to be like for the next 5 or 8 years. Apparently, from what they say, it's pretty accurate. So I get to see if I'm president in a few years. Okay, maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, and what they say is, what was interesting is that scientists also said that he's keeping it under wraps because he's afraid that the Chinese will steal his idea and mass produce it. Now, I just thought of something. If he can program to see the future, wouldn't he be able to see that the Chinese did it or not? I don't know. I think too much. Okay, then we have Randall Johnson allegedly sleeps next to body of a dead girlfriend, Carla Jean Baggett, for days. Yeah. You know, I don't know about you, but I've smelled like dead cats in 24 hours, rats, stuff like that. Days. Oh, yuck. Yeah. This gentleman, it's alleged, remember it's alleged, that Randall Johnson, 44, said that he was telling his family, because they live in a single wide mobile home, and the in-laws were living with them, and he was telling them, oh, she's sleeping, oh, she's having a cigarette, several days of smoking. That's what that weird odor was coming out of the room. Cigarette smoke. Anyway, so then the girl's mother actually was able to get in the room, and she found her, dead. So they went ahead and called the police. They arrested the gentleman. And unfortunately, the reason she passed away was because she overdosed on Xanax. That's what it appeared to be. Yes, I make light of someone passing on, but at the same time, it is a sad story. I know people that have had trouble with substance abuse. So, that's it for the news. Okay, so we have now conventions. The conventions are pretty much the same ones as last week, except my wife, who helped me find some, they're actually over in other countries, but we'll get to those in a minute. I'm going to cover a couple that's coming up so that you're aware of it. The CNHPS and special guest Haunted New Hampshire. This is April 19th at the Black Swan Inn, 354 West Main, Tilton, New Hampshire, from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m., $30 at the door. Now, if you want to stay at the inn, they have a special rate of $79. That's something I would love to do myself. I would love to actually go to the Queen Mary and spend the night there. If I could get my wife to agree. I told her, it's my birthday coming up. I might do something different. We have St. Albans Sanitarium, Radford, Virginia, April 26th through the 29th. Ghost Hunters and Ghost Hunter International will be there. So you get to meet some of the stars of those TV shows and ask them questions, and, what their plans are and so on. Now, the next one is actually from outside the country, and I'm actually very happy about it because I actually have good friends over in the UK. This is Celebrity Ghost Hunt this is the UK's Big Brother's version. His name is Steve the Baron Gill and Ian Lawman at Drake Low Tunnels in an aid of the charity Byron Motorsports. Again, this is in the UK. Now, this is in the district of Kidderminster, May 24th. So, you'll see the website. You can take a look there. The next one is also in the UK. This is Horror at Woodchester Mansion. May 25th. District, oh, I'm going to butcher this one too. My friends in the UK is going to have a good laugh. Gloucestershire. So join Mysteria Paranormal events in a night at one of UK's most haunted mansions. So again, you'll have a place to look when it comes to the web address. Now, back over on this side of the pond. The next one is an Erie UFO conference, in Erie Bayfront Convention Center. This is, again, at Erie, Pennsylvania, May 4th, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. You're going to have people like Stanton Freeman. You know, everybody knows who Stan Freeman is. And then you have Stan Gordon. And this is actually put on by MUFON, and we'll have the web address for you. I would love to hear Stan Freeman and some of his ideas. You know, whatever he's done talks, he just blows anyone away when they try to confront him. He's just brilliant. We have the Paranormal Unity Summit at the Pollock Hospital, and this is at 4500 Enterprise Drive, Pinora, Illinois, May 18th. Gates open at 1 p.m. with events starting at 2 p.m. $30 includes the investigation. Starts at 8 p.m. Paranormal investigation at the Maritime Museum of BC. So we're going to Canada this time. June 15th, time 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. Maritime Museum of BC. So if you happen to be in Victoria, British Columbia, this will cost you $55 per person. Numbers are, they want to keep it down to 30. Now, when you look at the website, or, well, they don't really have a website, but I'm sure if you go into the Maritime Museum website, they would have it, where they have, not this one, but they have multiple events that go through their Maritime Museum. I happen to see them, but they require that you have at least 30-day notice for them. So that's why I didn't post the ones that are earlier. This is going out a little bit further. And the phone number for this is area code 250-385-4222. And again, you have to book it directly through the museum. It's not a website, but I'm sure if you went to the website for the Maritime Museum of BC, I'm sure they must have some information there. The next one is the Old Stone Fort, and this is in New York, June 22nd, from 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. So if you like to do that, again, you'll see the web address right here. Dixie Ghostland Paracon, July 27th and 28th at the Hotel Alkin and Carriage House Inn, Aiken, South Carolina, $45 per person. So you have that. And that's it for the conventions. Okay, so then now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about, usually I talk about a book or a movie or something like that. And this week I want to review two things. The review is the movie Evil Dead. Now, I was going to do it last week, but I couldn't get to the theater in time to watch it. Now, I was very skeptical when I went to see this because I love the original. And, you had remakes like House of Wax, The Day the Earth Stood Still. Boy, were they stinkers. So I was really skeptical. But you know what? Evil Dead, very good. I was pleasantly surprised. Very well done. I just thoroughly enjoyed it. If you don't mind cussing and violence and gore, then you'll enjoy this movie. Because I have to admit, I don't get freaked out very often with movies anymore. But this was really good. I really enjoyed it. So from 1 being worse, 5 being best, I'll probably give it a 4, 4.5. Very good movie. The other one is actually books. Now, the author, his name is Frank Potterstone. He has written books like Haunted Places in Colorado, Ghost Seeker's Field Hunter's Guide on How to Ghost Hunters, Volume 1 and 2. And he also has a horror fiction. It's medical. It's called Migraine. He wrote it. It was released last year in January 2012. I read it. Good book. It is a good book. And you can find all his books on Amazon.com. I have read a couple of his books, but I did enjoy Migraine really, really a lot. So those are my recommendations for this week. My shout out this week is a group over in the UK. They're on Facebook. They're called Lincolnshire Findings. They've been trying to restructure their Facebook page. They're showing more photographs that they've gone. Now this is again in the UK, so they're actually going to places that are really neat, castles and stuff like that. They working really hard to make sure that they have the best stuff out there. Now the difference between them and some of the others is they're going for a little bit more of the darker stuff because they also follow, like the goth movement and stuff like that, which is, not bad. It's just that, I think I like them because there's a darkness inside me too. And I kind of relate to them. So I tend to send stuff over to them, and they send stuff over to me. It's they've been really good friends to me, and I'm helping them to try to get their numbers up because they do have good stuff, but it's going to take a while for them to build, and you guys can help them build because if you're in the UK, you can help them to help find locations for people to check out because I am jealous because they have castles and old villages. I'm so jealous. That's my shout out. Okay, before I go, I want to be a little bit more serious for a few minutes. I just want to recognize a couple of passings of some childhood friends, or not childhood friends, I'm sorry, well, I guess they were like childhood friends. People that I was very young and I got to watch on television that I felt they were like heroes to me. Annette Funicello, from, most of you know her from Mickey Mouse Club or the Beach movies. When I was a little boy, her and Dawn Wells, Marianne from Gilligan's Island, were the it women. I thought they were just absolutely gorgeous and nice and sweet and everything. And I know that Annette Funicello was considered one of the nicest people, and you could not find anyone to say a bad thing about her. And I consider her very, very brave because she fought with MS for decades, and she brought awareness. And I really hope that Disney will do something special for her, maybe name a park in the Disneyland or Disney World after her. But she was someone I admired. The other person that I admire was Jonathan Winters. Jonathan Winters was, as far as I'm concerned, king of improv. Even Robin Williams was a huge fan of his. I remember as a kid watching him, and I remember he had a TV show where it would be like in an attic, and he would come stepping into the attic, and he would pick up different things, and he would just do something with it, and you would just laugh. But comic genius, if you don't know Jonathan Winters' YouTube, his stuff was the best. And the world is a sadder place without him. But I wish both those people safe journey home. We're going to miss you. So, with that being said, until next week, remember, today is your day. Go out and make it happen. Life is short. Back to you, Kim and Cammy. Hey, welcome everybody.
right, guys, welcome back. Again, we're talking with Tamara. Great psychic, amazing person, just funnier than funny.
Oh, man.
And I want to thank Larry. I can't believe it.
Yes.
Awesome, Larry. And remember, if you can't wait every Tuesday to see what's going on in the paranormal, you need to be checking out Larry on Facebook at Big Time Paranormal.
That's right.
And he updates it all the time. Constantly. So,
all day.
All day and all night.
Yeah, I don't know how that guy sleeps. He drives trucks, sleeps, and still has time to be at home with the family. So it's amazing, Larry. As always, we really appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Thanks again.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Tamara, go ahead and tell us this little special that you got going on.
Yeah, what I've got going on is I call it a BOGO, buy one, get one. On my website, CarolinaGhostGirl.com, I have under services, if you are interested in getting a light path reading or a medium reading, whatever it is that you need, it comes through. And it changes because you change all the time. But I have 30 minutes. I think it's like $75. But if you buy one, you get an extra 30 minutes. Now, that has to be used at the same time. But it's amazing how quickly it can go, and you get deeper into things. So, and the same thing with an hour. If you buy an hour, you get an hour. And that's for someone who's really going through some things or maybe had a terrible loss of a loved one or a family, and they really need, generally that person will come through. I can't make promises, but it does help with the healing process with that. So when you go to my website, enter when you do purchase it, in order to get the book, or what I would like for you to put in there would be just in the services, and you purchase that. There's a comment box. It's right to the right, and just make sure that you put the code in there, WWParaApril. That's WWParaApril. And that way I know that it's the show special. And, you can look at my testimonials of people I read and different celebrities and so forth. And again, it's very unique and very personalized to each person. And it's always very uplifting, and it's never scary, and it's always helpful and enlightening. And I'm always surprised myself what Spirit has to say. I just do the job of interpreting. It's not always an easy one, but together with the sitter, we figure it out, and it's always meaningful.
All right, Tamara. So we are going to just head straight to our next caller. Our caller is Jeff. Jeff, go ahead and say hi to Tamara.
Hi, Tamara.
Hey, Jeff. How are you? Where are you from?
Originally Maryland. I'm currently up in New England.
New England? Wow.
Yes.
So is it snowing there?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Is it cold? What's going on in New England these days?
A little bit of rain, but it's actually kind of warm out tonight, which is surprising.
Hey, that's good. Well, that's great. Well, look, do you have any specific questions in mind or anything? And I ask that of people because I just want to make sure that if you have some burning desire to know something, that I can acknowledge that in some way and bring that up.
Or write you a prescription.
Well, let's see. Well, you know what I'm saying. I want to be able to answer if it's something, on the top, I can't make promises, but I'd like to be able to address that. If not, whatever it is, I'm sure it'll be great that will come through. Do you have anything in particular that's sitting there that you want to know?
Nothing specific, no.
Okay, that's fine. Well, then I'll let Spirit do the work. Okay. Jeff from New England here. Let's get started. Father, we just bring to you Jeff. We just ask that your divine purpose be done and that you reveal anything that will help us as he moves forward in this journey. At this time, we invite any past loved ones to come through, as well as his Holy Spirit guides and angels. And we just thank you for this blessing, this knowledge that you're giving us right now. Amen. Okay, let's see what they've got for you. Okay, hold on just a minute. Let's see here. Okay. Interesting. They're showing me, I'm getting the idea of a dashboard or a car, and I'm getting, it's really weird, like the air conditioning vents, the dashboard of the car. Let's see where this is going, and then we'll follow it from here. Is there anyone that's had any accidents with cars? What's going on with cars? They're really showing cars. They're showing the inside of a car. Did you get a new car? Have you wrecked your car? Pardon?
I understand where you're going with it.
Okay, say that again, Jeff.
The car is going to play something soon.
Hey, Kathy.
Yeah.
Cammy. I can't hear what he's saying. Tell me that again.
Okay, Jeff, go ahead and say that again really loud, okay?
Yes, the car that you're seeing, I understand something in the near future relating to a car.
Okay, he said he sees something in the near future relating to a car.
All right, well, let's go forward, because they're showing me a car, and they're showing me the inside of a car, and they're showing me the vent in the car. They're showing me, like, the dashboard and the air conditioning and all that. So, I'm kind of getting the sense like it's like, this is what I'm sensing. This is what I'm feeling. Okay, no, as we start to say I'm sensing, I'm doing the psychic thing, and then what's going to happen as I move forward, my vibrational thing, whatever, it gets higher, the medium stuff starts kicking in. What I'm seeing right now with this car, I'm getting the sense that it's like a Honda or a Nissan, like a car. What they're telling me is that you've been, maybe it's something, this is a feeling I'm getting, like upgrading, going to like an SUV, like a bigger car, like something about a safety feature, like a bigger car, maybe like a family car. And they're saying yes, bigger car. I'm also getting, like, I don't know if there's some hills or a little bit of terrain. That's not really quite the issue. They're saying you're thinking about it for its, like, safety features. And maybe something, I'm seeing something with rain or skidding. Or it wasn't an accident, but did you skid in the rain? Was there, like, a close call?
Recently, yes.
Okay, they're telling me you need to go for the bigger car, and they said spend the most on the tires. Get the big ass expensive grippy. You know how they say you like the nice treads. You know, because they said it rains a lot where you are. Does it rain a lot where you are?
Rain and snow, and actually this week I'm getting new tires for my vehicle.
Well, get the big ass ones, Jeff. Make sure you get the big ass. Get the big ass ones. That's what she's saying.
Yeah, with the expensive treads on it. They're saying, yeah. When they get thumbs out, that means definitely do that.
And Jeff,
they're also saying
she's from Carolina. When she talks big ass, I mean she's talking big barbecue glazed big ass tires. Don't go cheap. So what she's saying is don't go cheap.
That's right. Don't go cheap on those tires. I'm seeing right now. They're saying good tires. They're saying that's. Okay, they're telling me something on this scare. Okay, hold on. They're telling me, I'm getting this sense like you hydroplane. Is this correct? Like you lost for a second control of the car. But you were okay. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. They're telling me that, this is cool as all get out when I'm being shown. This is just cool. They are telling me, this is so badass. They are telling me, they're showing me that I'm almost getting the feeling like you weren't on a highway. You're almost like on a back road, like you're going home. Like you really wasn't even that far from home, and it was like, wow, where'd that come from? But I'm sensing like there was an embankment. I'm being told that they're literally, that it was kind of like, it was like it happened and it was over, and it like startled you, and you're like, wow, that could have been bad. And I'm getting like, it had been raining, like in, maybe like where, how do I say, it came out of nowhere. It could have been bad. I'm seeing an embankment and I'm seeing like trees, like it could have been bad. I'm getting angels, turn your car. They're saying that was a free one. Don't be stupid. I'm getting angels, and they're showing me angels. They're saying that was free. That, get the tires. They're also saying after you get the tires, handle the problem. They're saying yes. At some point, they're saying you need when finances agree, you can get the tires now. You need to upgrade to an SUV. They're saying now, do you have? Oh, I'm getting the sense. Do you have like it looks like a son in college, but you got a younger daughter that's still at home, like a teenager?
My stepdaughter.
Okay, she counts. Okay, stepdaughter. And do you have like a son in college? Like this is his second year in college?
No, I do not.
Okay, who is the? I'm getting there's two. I'm getting the female, and I'm getting there's an older male. There's an older male, and I'm not sure who that with. If it's a cousin or someone you work with in the family, I'm getting there's a male around you, and I'm getting like a young male. Do you know who this might be?
I just dropped out of college.
Okay, they're talking about you. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's back up this train. Okay, so they're talking about you. Okay, let's see what they got to say. Okay. Okay, and then the stepdaughter. Okay. Okay. Did you stop college for family reasons so you can work?
Yes.
And forth?
Yes.
Okay. They're saying that's fine. They're saying it's very responsible. They're clapping. Okay, they're clapping. Okay, that's great. That made them happy. Okay, so they're not saying don't go to college. They're saying that's great. You're taking responsibility for the family. Okay, they're saying it's finances why you can't get the big car. They're saying where you live at some point you need to do that. They said don't worry about that. They said something about you're going to meet someone that's going to like want to trade their car and get something, and you're going to like get this for like nothing. This a bigger car. For now, get the tires. They're saying this is important because they're saying it's going to happen again.
Okay.
But this time it's going to be like it could be like you need to stop fast, and like there could be like a car or truck in front. I'm seeing a truck. I'm seeing like this can happen again. The hazardous conditions. They said you get the tires, it'll be fine. They said it's going to be all fine. And you did have angles on your car, and it could have been worse down that embankment. Okay, the schooling, okay, I'm getting the sense, are you working right now like an insurance agent? Sales?
Close.
Like a sales insurance agent, if that makes sense. Okay, say that again.
That's close.
He said it's close.
Okay. All right, I'm getting that your sales. I'm getting. I don't know what. It's like safety or that's so funny. Safety. Okay, tell me you're not. And this is funny. Okay, are you selling like some type of insurance or safety or some kind of like life insurance policy?
Could you repeat that again, please?
She asked if you were selling some kind of safety insurance or insurance, like
Life insurance
or something, policies. She said you're doing something with safety.
Not with insurance, no.
But safety?
I understand.
Go ahead. Okay, just go ahead and tell me what it is.
Financial companies. They deal with some insurance, but it's a lot more stock.
Okay, that's fine. So because I was seeing insurance or something like this. Okay, so you're dealing with more stock, but you're dealing with risk and stock, and okay. So they're saying, okay, they're telling me that, okay, they're telling me that, okay, wait a minute, finance. Okay, are you with a bank? And I'll tell you where I'm going with this one.
Are you with a bank?
Are you with a bank yet? No. Say it again, Jeff.
I'm with a financial company, yes.
Okay. All right. They're telling me they're going to finance you going to school, and it's almost like they're telling me like you have the Midas touch, meaning that you worry a lot, but that's a lot of. My husband worries all the time. I mean, his middle name should be worry. I said, look, all it does is create stress lines. They're telling me don't. You're having the Midas touch, meaning your company. And I'm not even sure if it's this one that you're going to stay with. What's going to happen is you're going to be, this path, it's going to carve out a career for you, and you're going to get into like a niche of this, but they're going to actually pay for you to go to school, and it's all going to work out fine. You're going to get everything that you want, and it's going to take you into other avenues and more niche-oriented, and I think you're kind of concerned about not moving forward, but they said you are moving forward. It's just not the way you exactly planned.
Yeah, I understand that.
They said you don't see it right now. You don't feel like you're moving forward. They said you are. They said they are. Your path is being carved. It's all gonna. They're gonna stay. They're telling me that if, for example, your destination, for career-wise and what you have in mind, you're going to get there the same way.
Okay.
It's just, it's different. You may not be taking a pickup truck. you may be taking a Volkswagen, you're still going to get there. You're saying it's just, you're a little disappointed in yourself. Yeah, you're a little disappointed, like, I should have done this and that, but, I got to do the right thing. They said, no worries. It's all going to end up, you're going to get what you want anyway. You're that kind of person. You're very driven, and when you decide, it's on. They said, why should this be any different?
And either way, Jeff, if it's a Volkswagen or a pickup, make sure it has big ass tires.
Yeah, make sure those tires and the big. Don't go cheap on those tires. You're putting your guardian angel to extra work. He ain't even bringing a buddy this time. I'm getting that you.
What was that?
You said my guardian angel and a buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's just, like another angel. Yeah, you really, I'm seeing, they're showing me two angels scared to get that car off the road. They literally, it's amazing to me. This is my knowledge on what I think angels and the whole thing. And, there was a time and point I thought, oh, that's like mythology, right? Not really. How it works is like, for example, an opposite point of view, like demons, they're pretty nasty or gross, right? They're parasitic, so they can't, drum up a body. They're not allowed to have one because they're gross, so they have to, take someone. Okay. An angel can create a body, wham, just like that, and they can create from nothing to something, and they can create, bam, they can create at will. Think about it. I mean, they're like God's, creation. They can create at will. They can be right there. Pardon?
How much am I allowed to tell you?
How much do you have to tell me?
How much is he allowed to tell you?
Yeah.
He wants to say something.
He's
asking permission.
He must know a little more about this about the double angels than you know about.
Yes.
I think you mean who's around you and who's protecting
No. He wants to tell you now.
I feel like that you've got also I'm feeling like a mother figure and like when you were growing up, like she was a little bit harpy, like religious, and you're like, okay, Mom, yeah, okay. She's actually really busy, sending these,
No, Tamara.
Angels on you.
Hey, Tamara, I'm just going to stop you real quick because he wants to tell you. You told him that there were two angels that helped him in the car.
There's a story with that.
He has something to go along with that.
Yeah,
he wants some validation for you. Because you know what, Jeff? Now I want to hear about it, Jeff.
Right. Me too.
I lost twin sons 6 years ago.
You did what?
Say that again, Jeff.
I lost twin sons 6 years ago.
Oh. So he lost twin sons 6 years ago.
And my son...
Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. I get it.
In the snow.
Okay,
I want to cry. That's film. Okay, how many years ago was this? You said 2?
6.
6. Okay. What I'm kind of getting on the other side, there is no time or any place. It's something we make up. On the other side, it may take us 20 years to be an adult or 18. Over there, they could shoot right up. I saw them as guardian angels. I did not see them as 6-year-old, whatever, but there were 2, and they were with you. And they're with you all the time. And they pointed that out very distinctly. I just could not understand why. This makes sense to me. Actually, I'm very touched. This makes complete sense. I mean, it really touches me. This is exactly what I'm saying. I'm like, why do they keep showing these 2 angels? Wow, that's really moving. Well, they're there with you all the time. I just don't know if I put them to work a lot.
And Jeff, they gave you a message at the start of this reading about the big car. They don't have another twin. That's why they can't move the big car. Okay.
I do see you having.
I will validate that at the end.
I do see you having more of a bigger family, and I do see you as being. You seem to come across as, in life, very professional, responsible, but you're really like a sweetheart of a person, and you just don't want anyone to find that out, and then I'll find out. And you know what? Why not? It's okay. This whole philosophy, you get ahead by being like a jerk. No, you don't. People don't want jerks. So you're gonna, I guess I keep saying you're just really blessed, but you have a mother. I'm sensing it's your mother, and she's alive. And she's like a praying woman, a lot. Like, it used to get on your nerves. She prays a lot for you and intercedes for you. I'm getting you've got someone doing, because I hear them chattering. I hear them, like, doing this all the time. Does this make sense? Like, I hear her talking about you. She's not dead. She's alive.
She is alive.
Is your mother a religious person?
I don't know. I've lost contact in the last 3 years with her.
But
She
you
was
got now the
early,
last what?
and then she left. So I don't know if she's come back.
She left. Okay. I don't know. You know, we don't know what some people's hearts or minds, and you know, maybe, you know, it's not for me to say. Maybe she wasn't a perfect mom, but I'm telling you, maybe because she wasn't. I'm just saying, she talks about you all the time, and she's talking about you all the time in the prayers. I'm sensing she must be religious, but doesn't mean she has to go to church, right? But I'm getting, like, she loves you a lot in there. Maybe because she wasn't there. I'm saying this as an act she does a lot, like you're, like, always there. You know, maybe there's a guilt associated with that. Like, she, you know, wasn't the mom she should have been. No, okay, like, I'm feeling like there's a guilt, like she just feels like crap. So what she does is say, please, I don't care about me, just take care of him. Like, it's one of those things. This is what it feels like. And it's like, oh, I'm just awful. And I guess she beats herself up, and I don't know what happened there. But it's like, I kind of feel like she's, like, really harsh on herself. Like, she won't forgive herself for whatever she did to you. And I just feel like it kind of feels like neglect. So whatever's in you, they're telling me, again, they show me some sunset feather, let it go. Meaning, if you forgive her, you know, let's put it this way. The forgiveness is so you can be free to go on with your life. But the forgiveness is for people that never deserve it. You know that, right? That's why it's so darn hard. But, you know, because if they deserved it, it's like, no big deal. But it's like, okay, they, like, totally molested me, and then they neglected me, and then they drank the whole time. You're like, why do I want to forgive them? I didn't say forget, okay? But it takes an act it's hard to tell. But if you do it, it releases you, and guess what? You give that person a chance to maybe forgive themselves, and it's part of the healing process. I didn't say it was easy, but for you to go forward in life, in order for you to be forgiven for your shortcomings and for you to give the many blessings of life. Because I see you're going to have, like, a charmed life. That's what I'm looking at, like the perfect life, whatever that means. But you've got to be able to go within you, and that kindness, there's a darkness in your childhood. You've got to, and I understand that, and a lot of us have darkness in our childhood. It's not all rosy and, you know, putt-putt and whatever. It's not. You got to go to that place and go, okay, it was dark, but you know what? Whatever. I'm choosing not to live in that. I'm choosing to let that dark thing go because I'm better than that. You know, I'm not letting that rule me. So it's something about a freedom in yourself, okay? And it has to do with your development and your soul life purpose to go on. And it's actually the greatest kindness you can do for yourself and for the other person because they don't deserve it. But you know what? When people are that pathetic, I mean, in a way, they're like, ugh, they don't have a chance. Their life's kind of over. Don't you kind of feel sorry for them on some level that they're so stupid to make such ridiculously obvious bad choices? If you look at it like that. So I'm sensing that, and I'm also sensing that you will. This is really strange.
Like the rest of it hasn't been.
Your friends that you lost, I'm sensing that they have a chance to incarnate and come back. So when you have children again in the future, and I'm getting it maybe 5 or 6 years, you have a choice. It's your decision with them. You can co-create. They can come back and you can do this again. They have to decide to do this too, but you may find that you may sense that it's them again. They can choose to do that. And I'm feeling like that it might be yes. They really love you. I'm getting this love thing, this love. Right now they're like your angels on the other side, but they actually can come back and live this role with you. They just really are into you, and you've shared other lives with them. So know that if later on in life you may remember what I said and may think it's strange, but it may be them again. They're not leaving you, regardless.
No,
and they're going to be with you forever.
What you're saying is ringing completely true.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
they're not leaving. And matter of fact, they're committed to being with you till you cross.
Aw. You got some good boys, Jeff. That's awesome.
So anyway, yeah, I just feel a tremendous amount of love. They're not done with you. They're here on the other side. They're with you all the time, and they're actually interacting. They're actually helping you when they can. But I sense they're going to come back. I feel like that they are going to be children again, and they would be thrilled to do so. They said we would do it all over again. I just sense so much love. I can't even stand it. Like my heart is like exploding for you. I mean, it's just the love I'm feeling here. It's like, wow, it's huge. So I feel like you've had different configurations in life that, that they might have been the sun, and then that they were, you come back in different configurations, and they're like, they just want to play this game with you. They just want to be around you.
Aw, that is so awesome. Yeah. Jeff, you have a great reading.
Confirm that I have a son who is a year younger than my twins, and last week he said, "Daddy, we need to get home because my brothers want to play with us."
Aw, that's sweet.
That's very, very sweet. Yeah, and I see that you're going to have a very strong farm household. And again, you're going to have ups and downs, but this past is something with the past. Sometimes, and that's all of us, okay? We have some darker than others. Some are horrible. And you look at the childhood, and you think about it. Okay, why are you holding on to it? Okay, it sucked. All right. I mean, hell, my dad molested me for 8 years. That sucked.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Yeah.
If I give him my power, right? And I'm pissed off, and he deserved it. I wanted him dead for a long time. I'm like, I thought that'd work out real well. But look, if I stay in a state of pissed offness, then I give him my power. But if I go, you know what? I feel sorry for you. You're not worth it. I release it to God or whoever you think. God's saying one to me to everybody, but you release it and say, hey, you know what? He's not my child. He's your problem now. I've dealt with this enough. It's time for me to. I have a lot of love to give people, and this doesn't control me anymore. It's a freedom.
Yeah.
So, and I'm telling you that if you do this, it will be. I can't even begin to tell you the relief you'll get. I can't. Your relationship. Your relationships, your business. I can't tell you. It personally telling you. It controlled me most of my life. I mean, naturally. I mean, hell. What about women that are out there raped and they have to forgive their rapists? I mean, think about that. That's some heavy stuff. But it's not for that person. They're already screwed up. It's for you, so you can go on. And that act of kindness is like pretty amazing. To yourself and the other person. So they're saying that's that last little thing that you need to deal with, and your life's going to take off like a rocket. But the rocket's got to have big ass tires.
There you go. Yeah.
Woo! And on that note, Jeff, you have a great reading tonight,
You have
and
no idea how close, accurate you are.
we've got an
Well,
idea.
look, I'm so glad to be here and to share this with you. It's beautiful, beautiful story, and I'm touched by the love that I'm getting from them.
I'd love to validate just if I could have a minute. I am headed down in a week, taking my son down to meet family, and one of the things I was going to do was confront my mom because she has felt guilt about what she did over the twins and the fact that she allowed my stepdad to abuse me.
Oh.
Wow.
And that's all going to happen within a week.
Wow. So this couldn't have come at a better time then.
You're being encouraged, Jeff. Look, you're not alone in this universe, okay? And this is validation for you to say, look, you can do it. And look, anytime, and this is for any of us, there's no reason to be nasty, okay? Why? Look, it is, what happens, okay? Look, it takes a bigger person. If you do it in love and kindness, it's just going to blow away.
What I want to do is go confront it and forgive, but not forget, and just move on.
You know what? The courage
I just
to
came
do
to
this.
Revelation 3 days ago.
Wow.
Well, you're on the right track. I mean, it does take courage. And look, some things in life, I mean, it sucks. It's like, oh, God, I got to confront them. But just confronting them doesn't mean you have to be ugly. You can just say, hey, look, this is what's going on. This is how I feel. You know, they're still a person, right? They're still a person, even though they're not a great person sometimes. They're still you have to look at it like that. And you have to say, well, what's great about them? You know, pick one thing, even if it's the, you know, style their hair good. I don't care. And try to have some kind of contact of affinity, just something small, and say, look, this is where I'm coming from, and I don't want to do that, and I want to release you too, and, you know, time's moving on, and whatever you want to say that's true for you, and don't apologize with how you feel, but this is really an action for you. No one can really fully understand it or get the benefit out of it except for you.
Right.
Correct. I agree.
All right, Tamara. So I really thank you for calling in, Jeff. That was an amazing story.
Awesome story.
Thanks for the
Thank you
validation
very
for
much.
Tamara. That's even better. I really appreciate it when the psychics can get that kind of validation. But Tamara, we're gonna ask you again. This was an amazing, and she did one off air for me while we were on break, which was dead on, and I'd say dead funny. And we're gonna and the viewers are gonna find out why later. We're gonna post that reading later on, probably on UStream or
YouTube.
maybe even YouTube.
Yeah.
Check out and you'll understand what I was meaning there. But and I don't see why anybody wouldn't be calling her to get a reading like this. Unbelievable,
Right. Well, especially
real
BOGO.
accurate. Yeah. You
Especially
get
BOGO.
you get the BOGO deal right now.
Right.
So that's, you can only do that with shoes and readings.
Right.
And so,
Earrings.
Tamara, how are we going to get a hold of you? How are they going to find you?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think everybody's, having the courage to do this. So, stepping into the unknown. Yes, they can get a hold of me, anyone that's interested, through my website, which is CarolinaGhostGirl.com. That's Carolina, singular, CarolinaGhostGirl.com. When they go under services, they'll see I have like 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. I'm running the buy one, get one special for the 30 minutes. So it's like $75 for 30 minutes, and you get a full hour. Or you can do an hour, if you have quite a few things you want to go over, and we can cover that. It's easy for me to cover that time. I think I did that with the ladies there. It is easy to cover that. We can get into it. But an hour, you buy an hour, you get two. Mm-hmm. And that depends on where you are in life, and just go from there. But there's a box, a comment box, and all you need to add in there is www.para-April, as in Worldwide Paranormal. So it's www.para-April, and that lets me know, they have a buy one, get one. And so when you pay for that, and it needs to be done at the same time, so we'll do the reading all at once and with the same person. But it helps me. I'm trying to get to the John Holland Advanced Medium Training so I can do this for TV in large groups and auditoriums. So it's a little scary, but it's something I need to do. So it helps me raise money. It helps the person get some one-on-one time, and so it's hopefully positive for everybody. But I've had fun tonight.
We've had fun having you. I always love talking to you.
I love talking to you too. Y'all are easy, and Cammie. I mean, y'all are a lot of fun, and now I get to meet Kim. I mean, this has just been like a fun party. Only thing it's missing is our paranormal nighttime wear, right?
Yes.
Well, you did just call me easy.
Oh, Lord.
So,
Yeah, well, sorry about that.
No, I thought you was just being psychic again.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're right. He's easy to get along with.
Hey, these spirits must think you're easy. You're like, wow, we like him. He's so easy to be around. He's so out and everything.
That's right.
Doesn't even need dinner, really.
Yeah.
No dinner.
Yeah, I don't need much.
You don't need to feed him. You don't need to water him.
No. I'm easy.
All right. So what do we got going on next week?
Oh my Lord, you guys, you gotta tune in next week. You have to tune in. We are going to the hood.
We are.
Paranormal hood.
Paranormal hood. So we have got a bunch of guys from the hood that do paranormal investigations
Back east.
where white people like me don't go. So
they do stuff that's not mainstream, and their thought processes are just phenomenal.
And
I love this guy.
yeah, I mean, if you're think about the paranormal, the things that you guys are investigating here, and then piss them guys off and give them a gun, and then let these guys investigate them.
Right?
That's where they're headed,
They
man.
do some pretty heavy stuff.
They're doing some pretty good stuff.
And they're
so,
really good at what they do.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
So that's
So make
that's
sure you
next
tune
week.
in,
Yeah,
for
next
sure.
week, same place, same time, same day.
And remember, as always,
We are not alone.